Look inside the cab of a modern semi-truck. It's quiet, it's automated, it almost drives itself. But step back in time into a classic Peterbilt or Kenworth, and you'll find something entirely different. You'll see a forest of metal levers rising from the floorboard. Which brings up a question that still fascinates people today. Why old American trucks had two shifters? It wasn't a design flaw, and it wasn't just for show. It was the only way to keep the country moving. In this video, I'll do my best to cover the topic in full. In the golden age of American trucking, diesel engines were a different breed. They had a very narrow power band. If your RPMs dropped too low, you lost all your momentum. And when you're pulling 80,000 pounds up a steep grade, losing momentum means stopping entirely. One standard transmission just didn't have enough gears to keep that engine happy. So engineers gave the trucks an auxiliary transmission, the main box and the auxiliary box. One stick controlled your primary gears. The other controlled your range, giving you underdrive, direct, and overdrive. Instead of 5 speeds, a driver suddenly had 15, 18, or even 20 different gear combinations to choose from. But having those gears was one thing. Using them was an art form. I find all of this impressive. I'm sure you do too. Driving these old trucks was a physical dance. There were no computers, no synchronizers to smooth things out. You had to match your engine speed perfectly to your road speed. And sometimes you had to shift both sticks at the exact same time. Drivers would reach one arm right through the spokes of the steering wheel just to grab both knobs at once. It required double clutching, perfect hearing, and pure muscle memory. Miss a gear, you'd hear the brutal sound of grinding metal. It took months to learn. It took years to truly master. The stakes out on the road were incredibly high. Missing a gear on a downhill mountain pass was a trucker's worst nightmare. If you slipped out of gear and couldn't get it back in, you had no engine braking. You were essentially riding a 40-ton unguided missile. But if you mastered this system, you earned serious respect on the highway. And nothing commanded more respect than the Mack Quadruplex transmission. It was notoriously complex, unforgiving, a true test of a driver's grit. The old-timers had a saying on the road: if you can drive a quadruplex, you can drive anything. So, was the twin stick actually a good system? The pros were simple: ultimate control and bulletproof durability. You could split gears perfectly to conquer any mountain. And the mechanical linkages rarely broke down in a way you couldn't fix. The cons? Pure physical exhaustion. It was brutal on the shoulders. It destroyed left knees. Ask the men who drove them, and you get mixed answers. One veteran trucker recalled the struggle, saying, "Finding 4th and 5th gear in the middle of the night with worn-out selector linkages was a total guessing game. But when you nailed it, you felt like the king of the road." Another simply said, "I love my old twin stick, but my body is glad they're gone." Eventually, the twin stick faded away in America. Transmissions like the Eaton Fuller Road Ranger moved the auxiliary controls to a small air valve button right on the main shifter. But did the rest of the world ever use the two-stick system? Not really. In Europe, tighter roads and smaller cabs meant there was no room for a giant shifter setup. Brands like Scania and Volvo prioritized synchronized transmissions and air switches much earlier. The twin stick was uniquely, stubbornly American. Today, the heavy-duty world is dominated by seamless automatics. But why do we miss those old times? Because with the simplification of technology, we lost the direct connection to the machine. We lost the soul of the drive. I have a question for you. Could you handle a twin-stick transmission if you were put in one today? Let me know down in the comments. Subscribe to this channel to support it. There's plenty more exciting content to come. I also recommend checking out my previous videos. At the end of this video, I've included links to 2 of the most interesting ones. Thanks for watching. Don't miss the next video.